Hello, faculty, and welcome to Understanding Your Advising Process 101. Andy Bine did give me permission to use his name because he describes himself as a moron-in-chief, and he indicated that even he understands the process now that we have gone through and discussed it. So I'm going to start from the beginning, starting with my SAC state, because this is where you're going to enter after you bring up the CSU screen. Of course, you're going to put in your username, and as you can see, my username is there. Then you're going to log in. Of course, next you're going to go to the Faculty Center, and patiently you'll wait for the screen to come up, and you'll see the list of your class, but that's not where you're going. So you're going to the Advisor Center, and you'll click on the Advisor Center, and patience always help, and you'll see your list of students here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to select one of these students. I will just select this student right here, and view student detail is what I click on. So this is the screen that you'll get after you click on view student detail, and you'll go to the drop down box here, and there are a number of things. We'll encourage you to use the academic requirement, and so you'll click on the academic requirement and then click on this double screen, this screen here, and again you'll patiently wait for the screen to appear, and you'll patiently wait, and then here's the screen. So what I'm going to do is like go across to scroll all the way down to the bottom of this screen, just so you can see that this screen is a full screen with a number of items on here. Then I'm going to go back up to the top to look at the keys, and the critical keys here are: one, the requirement satisfied, action required, and then course in progress. Those are the key screens that you look at. So I'm going to take you all the way down to the bottom of this scroll. Remember, as you're going through, you just go bit by bit. Where you see all these red squares, those are requirements not yet met. But let's go down to the bottom of this screen. This is a relatively new student. So what we have here are the list of social work classes, and you'll see that she has taken none of those classes, or the student has taken none of those classes yet. If this was one of your students that has applied for graduation, she would have possibly been in year 140B. Well, she would be, and so you'd see some of these courses being taken already. You'd get up here and you'd see where you have 125B and 140A. Those would have all been completed by your students. So basically this is the screen that you need for all the information on your students' progress, courses she has done as you look to advise. This is not just for student applying to graduate, but as you look to advise, just to see where the student is positioned at this time. Just want to remind you, no need for you to give GE advising, even though you have the screen and you have the information about GE. Always refer the student to the lesson hall advising. The other thing that you want to bear in mind for advising purposes is you need to see a path to 48 units in the major, and I did send you the planning sheet earlier on. If you do not have your copy, please request and I'll send it again. So you need to see a path to 48 units in the major. You need to see at least 2 courses from the social work elective sections. You also need to see a path to at least 120 units for graduation from the university, and the student must have completed 85 units in order to apply for graduation. Bear in mind, most students who are transfer students would have transferred with possibly 60 to 70 units. So in order to have completed 85, they'll need anywhere from 25 from 15 to 25 units completed locally at this university. Those are maybe the major items and numbers to remember, but again, in terms of this screen, remember how we got here. And one other thing that I want to say, because this screen is not very intuitive, you might see on a lot of the screen at the end here, even though this one says return, you might see cancel. If you want to go back to the previous screen, then just hit the cancel button, as there is not an item here that says return or go back, but you'll see cancel, and it's okay if you hit the cancel. It will just take you to the prior screen. I think that is enough. That's all I gave Andy, the chief moron, and he has agreed that he understands this process and is ready to go. Actually, he did even promise to be the person doing this PSA, but I have decided that he has done enough for the day, and so I'm doing it myself. I'm doing the narration. Hope everything is as clear as mud, and if it's not, you know where to find me. Peace.